good morning, and welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. The Morning Report is a production of FightBackMedia.com, 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 and FightBackMediaTV.com. We are truly glad that you are with us today. I am sure you have heard the news that the Supreme Court has decided to follow the Constitution. Mind blown. And not surprising that the Democrats and the leftists are just beside themselves. You know, it's always the same thing. As long as the court agrees with them, then the court is great, then the court's fine, and it's a final say, just like it was, in Roe v. Wade. It was a final say, it's great, and now when the court doesn't go their way, then the court is corrupt. Van Jones says stuff like, the court, it's a terrible decision. The court looks partisan. There's memes out there where half the court, or most of the court, 6-3, is like in KKK garb. It's a whole stupid thing. It's like the child who, as long as the parent agrees with them, or the teacher agrees with them, or whomever agrees with them, the coach agrees with them, everything's cool. But the microsecond, the nanosecond that the court or the parent or the coach doesn't agree with them, they just go ballistic. As a matter of fact, they're warning now. Democrats implied Monday that former President Donald Trump could pursue his political opponents, quote, legally, if he returned to the White House following the Supreme Court's decision on presidential immunity in Trump versus the U.S. Now, here's the deal. Trump didn't lose, and they hate that. Here's one of the tweets from Deborah Forkowitz. Forkowitz is her name. If Trump ever becomes president, immunity wouldn't matter. What does matter? American people should start understanding that the authoritarian rule which the decision stems. If a president has SEAL Team 6 kill his political opponents and mark them as official acts, it's over. Okay. We're gonna read a couple more of these ridiculous things. Van Jones. I think politically it's bad. It makes the Supreme Court look very partisan. They look like they're wearing red jerseys or even MAGA hats. It's almost like a licensed thug. Please. From the Biden-Harris headquarters, Biden-Harris campaign co-chair Lyle Andrews says, this election is a choice, but what kind of America you want? Trump continues to talk about revenge. He thinks that he should have immunity to send SEAL Team 6 in after political opponents. Trump will be worse than when he was the first time. And they keep saying this. It's funny that they all say this. They all say this SEAL Team 6 thing that's going to go after his opponents. But okay, here's why that can't happen. There are way too many safeguards in place legally and constitutionally to keep that from happening. Now, who doesn't really know that? The uninformed. The follower. I guess that person doesn't know. No person is going to be able to send in SEAL Team 6 to kill off another American. That's never going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Scandal. With B613. No. Too many other safeguards in place. And then do it and go, that was an official act. Now, what's his face? Harry, the kid on TikTok, is going to get a knock on his door for sure. That little moron is going to get a knock on his door for sure. Because I think Harry Sisson just got caught up in the foolishness that people were saying. Basically, this little moron basically said it'd be okay. Here's what he said. According to the Supreme Court, Biden could now send in SEAL Team 6. They're all using the same rhetoric to take out all of them. He could send in the military to take out Trump. He has immunity for official acts now. Okay. President Trump's campaign manager, Chris LaFacita, Sevilla, that's what his name is, just replied, hey Harry, expect a visit. Yeah, looks like it's probably going to get a call. It's probably going to get somebody to come by the house. These people are freaking out, which is fabulous, which is wonderful. However, like the video I posted earlier today, or I posted yesterday, depending on when you see this, it isn't the end. Just because they're freaking out, because they freak out over everything. They exaggerate, they use hyperbole, they go over the top all the time. That's what they do. All this means now is that we can see their soft underbelly. Continue to push forward. Continue to do all the right things. All the right things. And what do you mean by that? I mean by the right things. If you can get involved in voter registration, if you can get involved in knocking on doors, sort of telling people of the good news, if you can get involved in any other way you can, now is the time to do it. For some of us, it just may be about sending a check so other people can do it. It may be. I would hope not. I would hope that you'd be ready to actually do more. Not just send a check. Now, sending a check is not the worst thing in the world you can do. That is absolutely true. But I would hope that you would get out and do more. That you would go door to door. That you would go face to face for your country. I would hope that you would do that, and that you pull yourself out of your comfort zone to do so, because that's what it's all about. Being able to pull yourself out of your comfort zone. I would hope that you'd be able to do that. Now, you may be able to do it and you may not be able to do it. I get it. I understand. But these people are losing it, which is fabulous. Which is absolutely fabulous. Check this out. This is Harry Sisson. Harry Sisson is a paid puke.
So Donald Trump's campaign manager just threatened me on social media. I'm not joking. In response to the immunity decision from the Supreme Court this morning, I said on Twitter, according to the Supreme Court, Biden can now send in SEAL Team 6 to take them all out. He could send in the military to take out Trump. He has immunity for official acts now. And I guess the Trump campaign didn't like that very much, because Trump's campaign manager, Chris LaCivita, responded to me by saying, "Expect a visit." Now, what do you think that means? Is the Trump campaign threatening me with a visit? Are they saying they're going to send their guys to my house to try to keep me quiet so I won't advocate against their candidate? Is that what he's implying here? You know, I'm just using my First Amendment rights to tell them how awful their candidate is. But of course, the Trump campaign doesn't believe in all that. Trump said he wants to be a dictator on day one. This really is the perfect summary of the Trump campaign. Their candidate is so terrible that they have to resort to tactics like this. But here's my message to Chris LaCivita and the entire Trump campaign. No. I won't be quiet. The tens of millions of Americans who don't support Donald Trump won't be quiet either, because we see Donald Trump for what he is: a con man, a fraud, and a convicted felon.
Okay, this is why this kid is stupid. This is why this kid is stupid. Chris Vita says, expect a visit, because you're going to get a visit from the Secret Service, dickhead. Not from the Trump campaign, from the Secret Service, because what you can't do is threaten the life of, first of all, another person, let alone an ex-president, or a sitting president for that matter, or Supreme Court justices. You can't. Expect a visit from the Secret Service. Expect a knock on your door, dipshit. It is tough. It is tough not to lose it. And you know what? Yes, he is saying that he is exercising his First Amendment rights. But your First Amendment rights end at threatening to kill somebody or have someone killed. That's where they end. Because that's what normal people understand. So no, you just can't say anything you want. I can say this, what a moron. What a moron. Anyway, I got to get out of here. Make room for somebody else. Listen, we will continue to poke open and try to understand all of this stuff, unpack all of this stuff. We're going to get with my friend Paul and see what he has to say on it. Go to paulswanson.com, and read what he has said about it. Until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.